Hello.
Oops, my mic was down. Hi.
Yeah. Hi.
Okay. We're opening up OPGG real quick. It's taking its time to load. There it is. Okay. So you did a Vayne game? Okay. Was that the one a day ago?
What?
Was that the Vayne game a day ago? Like which one am I looking at? That's why I'm asking. Which game am I looking at that was recorded?
5 days ago, I played this game.
Oh, okay, so 5 days ago. Okay. I
Yeah.
have the YouTube link. It's right here. This is the first time. This is the first time I'm doing a VOD review on Vayne. It's been a long time since I've done one of these. Okay, so you had a Kha'Zix and a Renekton on. Oh god, your team comp is so bad. Okay, I found it. Yeah, I see it.
You mean that first game that I played today?
No, no,
3 hours ago?
no. The Vayne game, you have a full AD team comp. You have a Renekton top, a Kha'Zix in the jungle, a Lucian mid, uh, Sona as support, and
Yeah,
then.
it was pretty garbage, but we won this anyway.
Mhm. Okay.
That's why I'm gold.
All right. Let's see what happens. So gold 2 coming into it means that you have a little bit of better mechanics than the average gold player. That's fine. Um, the whole expectancy is that when you pick Vayne, you expect not like the highest level of play, but like you have high expectations for Vayne, and the reason why you should have high expectations for a Vayne player when you coach them is because it takes a lot of effort to maximize the champion. Because what I want to see is, do you dodge skill shots or avoid getting hit by stuff using your tumble, your hands, or your flash? Like, however you play this determines your skill. Like, this is a skill-based champion, as we know.
Yeah, I
Um,
know, but
your muscle memory is super important. I had a Vayne player that I've been coaching for like, I coached him for a year and he's never moved because he has mentality problems. That's not the champion's problems. His mechanics are amazing. It's just that like how he perceives himself in comparison to his teammates was the problem. So I want to see if like, do you care? Do you have herd mentality? Do you have any of that? Like, it is possible to see it in one game, but I don't know. It kind of depends. Like, if you're fed, like, do you Vayne spot? And, like, you have to keep your center and stuff like that. Okay? So it looks like you're under a minus. Just let it go. Like, if he was a better Jhin, he would. Okay, like, that is. What the fuck is he going for this person? Okay, he should be. Okay, so what he should do. I hate commenting on
yeah.
others, but. So, when you go for this CS right here. Right here. Okay, he has third. Okay, so not this one. When he has third shot, he has to. This is so hard to see. So when he does third shot, this is fourth shot. Okay. When you go for this CS or this CS, I
He
see
should
your
hit
mouse
me.
is right here. Huh?
Uh, yeah, he should hit me, right? He should poke me,
No,
you
he
mean?
shouldn't even hit you. He should just walk up.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't have to hit you to scare you off. Like
But
you see
about
him.
question, I should question right now or later?
You can
Because
question
I
right
don't
now.
know.
It's fine.
I mean, about question, because I have a question. Like, for example, if it's the first two wave, right? I should. I mean, let me see how it's worded, because I forgot. I mean, I should push this lane as hard as I can, as fast,
Who's the enemy
or
support? Let's see. Who is this? Let me move these two. Who's the enemy support? This game.
Leona.
Oh god. Oh man. No, be aware. They have advantage. Be aware of the level 2 power spike. Like if they jump on you at level 2, you're fucked. So, um
So the best option is just not push and wait for
let
gank or something like
let,
that.
let it push to you. You don't need to win lane as Vayne this early because that's not the design of the champion. Like you don't bully your opponent. You
So
outscale them.
if I play Vayne, I should just never push.
If you 0-0-0 the lane, you win.
Yeah.
Because
Oh.
Jin and Leona threaten to kill you at level 2. So you already know that like when you showed up to lane and they have more minions than you and you tried to last hit every single one of them but you couldn't fast enough, you already know you're at a disadvantage, right? Like you're aware right now you're already at a disadvantage, right? Like in this position.
Yeah.
Because he has more minions, so that means he only needs to kill 3 and you need to kill 6 to hit level 2. And if they hit level 2 first, if he decides to if Leona decides to
So
flash on Sona or Leona, if Leona decides to flash on your Sona, you lose lane because your Sona is out of position and you forcefully get zoned. So you have to move with Sona back because you don't have a choice. And Jin right here, all he has to do, he doesn't even have to attack Sona. If he just walks right here, he zones you out of CSing because he threatens you. He's like, "Yeah, I have force shot, I have force shot," and you kind of just you can't do anything about that. He either shoots the force shot on Sona, he shoots it on you, or he just holds it and waits. But he can't hold it forever, so he does hold it.
Yeah.
He'll shoot it eventually. Just you don't know what he's gonna shoot it at, but because he uses it on Sona, he kind of folds his hand. It's like if you ever play poker, you have cards down. You don't know what your opponent has, but you're scared of them anyway. You know why? Because like they might have two aces or some shit. Like it happens. So because he shot this, kaboom! Like he does damage. Oh my god, he took Airy. That's why I was so mad. He should have taken Comet. Anyway, he took Airy. Bam, gets hit, and then he backs up. He has to reload. This draws aggro. Then it flips the wave in his favor. You take a creep. You're gonna take this creep. He can't take a single creep. Instead, he should be walking up and threatening the Sona. Cause look, this is what Leona's doing. You should back up. You can kill this creep, then tumble, kill this creep. Yep, good job. Exactly as I expected. And then just sit back like right around here. This is the exact spot you need to be in. Cause you know for a fact he's gonna hit level 2. Don't miss the creep. Good. You play as safe as possible without missing creeps. Cause the most important part about Vayne, cause I've coached Vaynes for years, and they either get super high CS and like play the lane perfect, or they play like crap. Anyway.
Yeah, but when you are in the tower, it's hard to kill the creeps. And if support doesn't help you, it's
Oh my god, you're clean. Okay, so he hit level 2 and he can't jump on you. That's fine. It's better to not die. Hold on. No, let it sit just out here, not in the tower range and not outside the tower. This is like your safe zone, right here. You're in the safe zone. You want to freeze it right around here if you can. Do your best to freeze it. Trim the wave so that you can always last hit creeps. I make a punishment for myself if I play ADC and I have a safe wave last hitting. Every time it's like either a sit up or a push up. Like I do exercises so I can get in shape. You know, get fit with certain champion. Oh, this is fucking free. This guy's retarded. Tumble for that shit. I'll rip your flash though. Hold on, wait. Something's wrong here. Did you not tumble? Okay. Oh, you were stunned. Okay. I would have
Yeah.
still tumbled.
yeah, I fucked up a bit.
It's fine. You have to target switch. Okay. Now they either back or you have control of lane. And then the reason why we freeze it here is because if something like this ever happened, which I was gonna elaborate, if something like this ever happened, now he can't CS. Because if he CS's, he's too far up. Your jungler might not be there, but every time he tries to CS now, you still have heal. And he doesn't. You saw him use heal. Every time he tries to CS, it doesn't matter what your zone is taking. Every time he tries to CS, attack him, but don't tumble. You tumble in response to his snare or a Leona E.
For Dodge, you mean?
Yes, to threaten. Like, you have to expect it coming if you threaten them. So basically, walk up. Every time he tries to CS, look at your minion's HP. This one's low, this one's low. Let me up the quality. Fuck. It's a lot clearer if I up the quality. I just don't like it. Okay, so see this minion here and see this minion here is low, right?
Yeah.
So if he walks up to try to CS them, if you think he's gonna, if you were Jin, how would you walk up and try to CS them? You right click them, or you drop the
Q.
bouncing bomb,
I mean,
right?
IQ, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
So think about when he would do that. If you think when he would do that, and then you play around it by walking up, and simply don't tunnel, just tumble. Don't tumble, just walk up and wait. And if you think he's about to last hit this one or this one, mostly this one right here. This one's the cake. If he walks up to do that, you auto him, and if Leona responds by tossing a Zenith Blade at you, you tumble dodge it to the left or to the right. Better to the right than to the left because the left puts you in a bad position. If Jin tries to snare you, is bad. Okay, he can't snare you. Like, no matter what he's gonna do, he's gonna focus on minions. So right here is your chance. You can't tumble anyway, so you gotta walk up. And you know you can't do that because you were last hitting. Like that's fine. It's sometimes you can't do it. But there is another opportunity. You fucking missed 2 minions. Nice. Opportunity for you to attack is here. She walks up. You can't CS. See? Well, she's not gonna cast the E, is she? She crazy? Oh god, your camera. I feel the same. Oh my god, she's fucking crazy. Oh, the jungler here. That doesn't matter though. But I'm saying she's crazy because she's punishing. Okay, if this was in the middle of the lane, which is it's like not even the middle. It's close to the middle, but it's not the middle. This is the correct play. But oh my gosh, Okay, you're gonna have to heal, like, after he throws a mystic shot. Yeah, that's fine. Did she die?
Yeah.
Does she die? Oh yeah, she dies. She's fucking retarded. Like this, it's the correct play if it were in the middle of the lane. Anywhere else, it's wrong. Because you're so close to tower, you see what happens. Like this is super obvious. Mm. Always save your tumble for skill. Okay, you know what? Just use your hands. That's cool too. You don't have any Vayne spotting, I'll tell you that. Like not yet at least. The only thing that you could have played better was the tumble. That's just a mechanical thing. However, punishing CS is super important. And I already made a video about farming. So the video about farming is you do your best to get every single CS as possible. Okay, so here you would probably be asking if you push or you shove. It's very
Yeah.
difficult to push this lane because it's like you don't have that big of a window to push. Also, Leona just came back to life, so she's already on her way back. Ezreal has Dark Harvest. What the fuck? Oh my god, you should get electrocute. Jesus. Pew, nice. Okay, just keep it here. Like she's back. Like you know what I mean? She's back. Like you can't push it. You have to kill them both or make sure they recall all the way. If you're gonna think about backing, shove it when a cannon wave is approaching. You follow? Like if the
Yeah.
next wave that is incoming is in fact a cannon minion wave, shove it. Like not the wave that the cannon minion is already there. Oh my gosh.
I tried to E
Kadab.
here to. Yeah, I just
Call
forgot.
up a buddy. I don't have an EUS or EU Nordic East account. Call up a buddy. Okay, so this wave is called the approaching wave, like it was already coming to crash. If the next wave should be a cannon minion wave, if you're gonna back, push this wave all the way. You can't do that right now. You're too low. So you're gonna
So
have to really
Canon
push.
Minion is for 6 waves or for
Uh,
what?
it's like every 2 waves, or it should be
Every 2
every
waves.
other
Okay.
wave.
Yeah,
You gotta
okay.
check the minion wave yourself by moving your
So
camera
you
to the
mean
map.
if it's a wave, I should push the wave if Canon
Yes.
if Canon Minion come, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you mean.
You
Okay.
push it and you lose the cannon minion, but the reason why it's okay for that to happen is because the cannon minion tanks a certain amount of turret shots. And because it
Oh yeah,
takes
that's right.
a certain amount of turret shot, it allows your lane to fully reset into a stable position. Because if you don't push this wave here, it's going to be in an unstable position. Like, it means the next minion wave that's incoming will crash into a wrong spot. Watch. So, like, look at where your minion wave is right now. Remember that your minion wave also mirrors exactly where their minion wave is. So look what happens when this minion wave crashes into the tower. Look what happens to the next minion wave that shows up. It's gonna look awkward. This is why. So let's say he shoved you and he recalled right here, and you last hitting. Okay, so let's look where the wave is now. So it's up here, right? So now,
Right.
now the next minion wave that comes, but like let's say he recalled, right? Now you deal with this minion wave, right? You're sitting and dealing with this one, right? And look where the lane is. It's in his favor, because now you have to push it back to stability. Oh Jesus Christ! Jesus, this Leona is like, okay. First of all,
It's
do you ever
crazy.
notice that this tower is like farther than it should be? Like, like lately, as of this
Yeah,
patch,
she
my friends and I
died pretty
realized
hard.
like the tower
Died pretty
range
hard.
feels like it's like way fatter than it should be. That's not really Leona's fault or your fault. Like nobody's at fault for this. This is fucking riot shit. Look, the lane's still in his favor. Like he shoves it all the way and you miss a lot of CS due to the fact that the cannon minion wave is shoved under tower. Like you can't do anything about the shoving because he pushes a little bit faster than you. But like this is what we call wave management. Oop, oop,
And
oop.
here I
He plays like crap.
yeah.
Like fucking Jin played that. Like what the? Oh my god, this is Sona. You fucking Sona
I
played that.
decided to bug up
Sona
because
played
my
that
team
poorly.
just I don't know
Okay,
just die.
so this is what we call overextension. You're in a position in the lane in which like, oh my god, flash Leona, time that. Make sure you time that. That's really important. You time that. Leona flashes are really important because like the fuck, dude, stop. They just need to stop. Be aware that he has a snare. Okay, you're good. Okay, so important thing is that you need to back at certain times in order to get money spike. Like
Yeah,
cash in.
but for example, it's good to buy a Berserker boost as a second item if you have a money, or should I buy other?
No, that's
Okay.
fine. There are a lot of things you can buy. There's so many things. For example,
Is Silanus
you had
spell?
13
Okay.
plus 600 gold. Yeah, no, the things you bought are fine. I can't say anything bad about them because that's fine. You bought everything you needed based on the amount of gold that you had. That's not wrong at all. It would be wrong if you purchased a pickaxe and let's see, 13 plus 6 is 19. It would be awkward if you purchased a pickaxe with the Berserker's Greaves, that's also equally as efficient, but you would not be able to purchase a control word. You wouldn't have the money. So here
So
you bought 1975 gold worth of items, and if you bought a Berserker's Greaves and a pickaxe, you would get less damage, but you would get more speed, but you would have no wards. And it's very important that you do buy wards, like control wards. You still had excess gold left over, that's fine. Like, I'm just saying that the most optimal thing is to purchase whatever you can buy with the amount of gold that you have. Because, like, no, it's just components. This is easy, just target closest. If she flashes, they flash, they flash. Just let it go. Okay? Target switch, that's fine. Oh, nice ulti. She has no flash, you're aware of this. This is simple. Yes, you win this. Yes, good. Tumble out. Last hit the minion down at the bottom. No, okay, so you want to let the cannon minion take as much damage from your minions as possible, because the lave, you'll have to shove it. It's fine. Shove it all the way, all the way. Pew. Good, 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 good. Kill the backline first too. Make sure you kill the backline first because they attack faster, so your minions die quicker.
okay.
Always attack the back wave before you attack the melee wave. The melee wave tanks. Here, you have an opportunity to ward. You can back or you can ward. You can do either or.
I mean, I tried to push this wave. I mean, the tower.
If you're gonna take this is called acceleration. You don't want to accelerate yourself too fast. Because, one, well, you just killed their jungler. Okay, first of all, you just killed their jungler. They're all mid to early game team. You can take this if you're confident in your ability to kill them. In which case, you should be. First of all, they have no flash. You're aware that they have no flash because Sona flashed after the Jhin flashed, and your flash is timed with Ezreal's arcane shift. I mean, not arcane shift. Your flash is timed way afterwards. I don't see Ezreal flashing. I know that Jhin has no sums. I know that you have sums. Plus, it's a heal. You want to look to fight. Sona is retarded. Like, she just took a tower shot, I think, right? No, that's a minion wave. It just looked like it was going right to her. That's funny as fuck. Okay. This is fucking... Okay, see, like, you could fight him. It's just that, like, you can't now because Sona's out of mana, but you can easily... Okay, clean. Okay. Okay, they just don't like you, bro. Alright. Run! Yes?
Yeah, I don't know.
One more.
Dude.
Yeah! Okay, we good.
I'm the best.
You're clean, dude. You definitely... Yeah! Okay. Ah! Ah! Okay, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my god, that is some clean shit. That's good stuff. Okay, so mechanically I see that there's no fuck. The fuck? You know, this is the case where you're just like, where's my fucking jungler? Like, he came twice, but okay, so this is also bad. Look at where the wave is. It's gonna... Okay, so the way it's gonna position is if you need to tumble the fucking way back down to bot lane. I need to watch how you get back to your lane, cause oh god, Jesus Christ, no.
I was not quite sure what to buy, so I bought wrong item. I mean, I should buy
just buy towards your eye
something
edge.
else?
Just buy no. Your item choices are fine. It's like if anything, you can just buy like another dagger. Like that's pretty much
Oh.
it. Like there's really nothing that you can buy. You don't have slots. You're supposed to place your control word so you have an extra slot.
Yeah, but better is to buy a pickaxe or the claw of agility. What's better?
Pickaxe. You don't want to rely on RNG.
Oh, okay.
Because like buying a crit cloak doesn't increase your combat damage. Like
Even on Zaya,
what? On Zaya, of course you would buy pickaxe. What do you mean like?
because she can she got a crits. Crits mean damage, right? In Zaya.
Like
But
what do you? I know I don't follow.
I mean that if Zaya buy crits, she get damage, right?
I think
If I
I don't
remember
play
right.
Zaya. I don't know her kit's like capabilities. Like
Oh, okay.
what I'm saying is like how do I describe this? Like you know when you buy Zeal item, right? Like the Zeal. You know there's two components, right? The dagger and the crit cloak, right?
Yeah.
So do you buy the dagger or the crit cloak as an ADC? You buy the dagger, right? Most of the time. That's the same thing. Because what is the or what is the brawler's glove gonna do? You know, the 400 gold brawler's glove. It's not gonna do as much. So this is actually something I was gonna say. Don't ping him Mia, cause his wave, he already left. You had two things. First, as you engage, okay, always look at the map when you engage. Like, here's the reason why. I had a coaching video on mine, right? Oh shit. Okay. So, where is it? Let me go over to here. No, here. Got it. Haha, got it. Okay, alright. It's 720 no scope from James up. Okay, it's black. This isn't good. Let me remake it up. Should work in here. It's because of my. It's because there's an add-on. So
Okay,
something to note is that this is a Masters 260 LP last season game. Just a heads up. It's actually Masters 260 LP. As proof, you can see like there's a player named here, right? If you watch NA.
Hashinshin, yeah, I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
him,
So
yeah.
like if you don't believe that
He's,
it's high elo, this is
He's
is
really
Masters.
toxic player.
Yeah, he's not. He just makes dumb mistakes. Like, oh my god.
I mean, he griefing all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, fear OP, etc.
Like the games I get him in when I'm climbing, sometimes I'll get him in my games and I know what to do. To be honest, it's not that bad as people think. Okay, so first things first is so if you look at what's happening, he's oh fuck, it needs to go back a little bit further. Okay. So he's this low and this should be around the timestamp.
That's your game, right?
This is not mine. I'm watching I'm watching a
Oh, you're
game.
coaching, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm coaching Masters 260 to see what he's doing wrong and right. So the first thing is that he runs to the Lulu down the map. Instead of running towards his base, because you know that's the escape route, he runs towards his teammates because he checked the map to see like where can I go to. Obviously, you can't rely on them for that. However, what you can do is where's the part? Okay, so you kill this. Look at Malzahar. As you were walking to lane, you should be checking the map. Look at where Malzahar is. He has this thing called lane priority. Lane priority means that he shoved his entire... So, when you shoved your bot lane after you double killed them, you had lane priority. In the case that your Kha'Zix decided to invade this half of the jungle, right? This bottom half of the jungle, you can respond and help him if he's in trouble, right? Let's go back. Let me go back. I'll show you what I mean. So...
You mean because I win the lane, they gonna gank me?
No. So
Because
right
I'm
here,
fit?
right here, okay? You have
Yeah.
lane priority right now. Like, you're not doing anything, and I told you to ward, right?
Yeah.
So,
probably.
you ward because, one, you can see if somebody's coming to you, aka Malzahar. Obviously, because he showed up on mid, he's not coming to you. But you have lane priority. Let's say Kha'Zix was not on this side of the map, right here. Let's say he was on south side. See that the enemy red buff and the raptors are up? We don't know if it's actually up or not. It may be up, it may not be up, right? But you have double buff, so clearly it's not up. You don't know if raptors are up. What if Kha'Zix wants to steal raptors to deny Ezreal from farm? Because Ezreal is an early game champion and he needs early game farm in order to actually like get some of his items. So Kha'Zix is like, let me deny that. So let's say he's down here, okay? You have this thing called lane priority right now because you shoved your entire lane up to this tower. If Jin was here, he does not have lane priority because he has to focus on taking all these minions down before he can answer and invade. You don't have to. You can either push this tower or you can invade with Kha'Zix. If Kha'Zix spots Ezreal, you guys 3v1 the Ezreal or 3v2 the Ezreal and Maokai. I mean Malzahar. Or 4v2 the Ezreal and Malzahar because you have Lucian too. You don't have to rely on that, but I'm saying you have lane priority, it exists. Because you shoved your tower and you can make the first move. Make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
So, we're going to translate that knowledge to here. They have lane priority. They don't have to stay here. They can leave and roam mid if they felt like it. But there's no reason to. Because, look, where Malzahar is, there's no... The fuck Lucian's back at his base. He's like, yeah, I don't need you guys to leave. Just push pressure on the tower. At the same time, these guys can leave and invade your guys' jungle, so if Kha'Zix was clearing his Gromp or something, they can 2v1 the Kha'Zix. Because you don't have lane priority, you know what I mean? Like because you would answer late. Because they made the first move because they have lane priority. Look at all these minions you have to deal with. So you're busy dealing with these minions. They don't have to touch this tower. They leave. So now you're afraid, like, when they leave like this, you should ping Mia. Especially just once, just because Leona's Mia. Leona's a threat. Just like Sona roaming with a level 6 is a threat. So you take
Yeah.
this. Now, Malzahar just shoved his entire lane. Because he has lane priority, which you should have been checking out the entire time, right? Because he had lane priority, he shoved his wave. He is known to have lane priority over Lucian. Think about it. He presses space aids, it's done. Yeah? Like,
Yeah, he pushed.
he just pushes the wave. Oh, easy. I leave. Easy. I leave. Every wave, just push, 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 push. So he has lane priority. Like, well, Lucian has to expend a Q, double auto, E, double auto, W, auto, auto. Right? He has to use all his mana to counteract a Malzahar push. Malzahar doesn't have to use as much effort and takes less time to shove the wave than it does for Lucian. So no matter what, Malzahar is a threat if he goes Mia. So because he pushed his wave and he left his lane, as you saw, he barely left his lane. You're on the safe side. You should not engage this. If Sona engages this, let her be. Like, if you think you can get a kill now, do it. If you think you can get a kill, like, right now, do it. But like, take your time, okay? Play it mechanically well, because the way you're playing it, you concentrate hard, but your eyes are focused on your screen, right? This is where the quote unquote piloting takes over. What I mean by this is, can you trust in? Are you so confident in your Vayne mechanics that you don't have to actively concentrate on playing Vayne? And the answer right here is no. Earlier I saw is yes, but right here is a no, because here as you engage, when you're exhausted, like, you shouldn't auto attack. You should look at the map. When you're exhausted, like, at any point you should constantly check the map, like, why are they doing dumb engages or something like that? Like, obviously your Sona was the one who came in and made this stupid ass fucking play and she's retarded. You can follow her, but right here I don't see kill potential. She's too tanky. Then when you check the map, Malzahar's roaming down. This is not Lucian's fault. At this point, if you don't back off, it's on you. At first, it's on Sona, but Sona has the right to engage on here because she came in with the flank positioning. That's fine. But if you keep this engage up without checking the map, it's on you. It's not on Lucian. He doesn't have lane priority. He can't follow. There's no reason he can't follow. He's not in his lane, and he doesn't have priority. Even if he got to his lane, he still has to deal with all the minions that got shoved into his tower. This isn't his fault. So I have to say that this is on you for continuing the chase. And oh my god, the exhaust and the fucking holy shit. So then, if you get this kill, right, that's fine. Back off, because right now you're both about to die. You can't tunnel this. You know he has no flash, but like, if you don't kill him fast enough, you can't. Crit cloak doesn't really do anything for you. You know what I mean?
I was too greedy. That's
Yep. That is basically the defense on it. But this isn't his fault. You can't really ping him because this isn't his fault. This was on you because you guys had vision in the river. You had scuttle crab, because that's why there's middle here.
my opinion. He should follow up.
He can't. I told you he
Nearly.
can't. He can't. You saw where he was, right? He has no lane priority. He can't. He was at base the entire time. That's why I said you have to check the map.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If he walked from base, you saw where Kha'Zix is. He's like down here. It would take him longer to if he tried. If he even thought about trying to help you out, he can't because it's too far. Like the distance from base. Yeah. Also, I told you to ward, so this is also where it helps. Like, they might have cleared your ward, yeah, but like, you would have known that because they're clearing your ward, something's up, right? And like, Lucian's in the right here. Like, you guys were dead anyway because you kept chasing. Also, he wasn't in a position to follow up. The 4 bot, you can't really do anything about because like Ezreal's gonna gank you anyway because he doesn't like you. But Malzahar, you could have done something about because you could have stopped. That's on you. That's not on anyone else. Don't flame your teammates for something that was in your control. That was in your control. That was actually on you. Oh,
He just blew up.
yeah. Okay, so notice that your summoners are similar to the time of his summoners. So if your flash is up, that means Jin's flash is up. So if you fight him when your flash is about to be up, don't don't be crazy don't go like, oh my god, because you should know that his flash is around the same time as yours. Like, let's say it's like 10 seconds apart, you know, like around now, if you still continue fighting the Jin, okay, you can kill him because he has no flash, and you can chase him a lot better. All you have to do is just dodge his snare and you win. Also, Leona's flash is timed with Sona's flash.
By the way, I should go mid or top to help them push, or should push bot? I mean,
right here,
decided to.
right here, what I would do is I would kill the cannon and I would just leave.
Oh, okay.
Because if you continue to threaten this guy without vision on the map, see that like what they do now is they don't have to go through, like you have river all covered, so they can't cut you off because you'll know if they're coming. But they can go straight down to you and flash R you with Malzahar because you don't know if Malzahar has flash or R or not. So you have to have vision if you want to continue pushing and threatening him. You gotta drop a ward which you have on the red buff or near the red buff area, because then that's an indicator. Second, if you do switch to top, if you do want to rotate, you would have just swapped to top, but people in your level of play don't
Yeah,
respect
don't
that.
do it.
They don't
Yeah.
respect it. It's not that they won't do it. It's just that they have no reason to. Like, why should I drop myself into a 2v1 lead? It's better if you're like duo queue with a pro support or something that knows why you should switch. Because your support might not even understand why the fuck would you switch lanes. In here, yeah, I could switch top lane. You get more farm for yourself for top lane. That's fine. But in this situation, it's fine to push because right now Leona just died. So like, you don't have anybody to threaten you except for Malzahar and their jungler. Another thing you can do is just get more secure vision for yourself, for your team. Because you see that red buff is about to come up. What the fuck? You see the red buff is about to come up. So that means that if your jungler is in position, or you're in position, you take that red buff for yourself. Remember that this game is also like there are things that like you can do better. It's just that it shouldn't be reliant on your teammates unless they're like straight up like, oh, I have decided to like rat IRL and like troll, or I'm Apocalypse and I fucking L9 troll, because I don't know if they have that in your server because that's EU West I think. But like if they decide to hard troll, like see there's a vision warding here, you should clear that. Like do anything you can, because like if you win lane, you don't just like rotate to another lane. You can also check other people's jungle, because jungle is a role too. It's technically their lane. The jungle is their lane. So having control of the jungle means that you can make picks. Champions on your team, such as, what the was that? Just holy fuck! Oh my god, guys. That's fine. Auto. His flash is down. So see, you're not surprised about that, right? Like you knew his flash was up or down, right? Oh shit, okay. You knew his flash was up, right? Because I just told you the reason why you should have known his flash was up. Because your flash is up. You should have just let it go. I mean, the dodge was pretty clean. But that one wasn't as clean, but like still. What you should have done here, okay? First things first. When you stealth, don't forget, okay, so what we have is this thing called maximum usage. So when you ult, right here, where's the part where you ulted? Okay, right here. You should have tumbled. And you should have tumbled and waited. Because you need to wait for this guy to make his play. Because what happens is when certain players are in the team comps. Let's say this was a Syndra and you did that shit. All she does is QER you, right?
Yeah, I'm
and
dead.
you die, right?
Yeah.
Respect
Gold
that.
out play.
Respect that. Yeah. Respect that. Remember that is you have to respect that. Like you have to realize that what is their biggest threat, and that this right here is their biggest threat. Why didn't this guy, like, did he use his snare earlier or something? He should have snared you. Like he should have snared you, to be honest. So if I were Jin, I would have snared you. Like if you played it the way you would have played it better was you stealth in and you wait. Or you just don't do it, or you just don't even stealth in at all, and you wait until Malzahar makes his next move. Because when they're making their move, see my mouse? So you saw that there was a 3-man Leona ulti here, right? So look where he is facing. This is very like nitpicky, but look, he's clicking this way because like, oh Leona, go. He's looking this way. His mouse is around here. But because you walk up, he Qs this, he's clicking back. When he sees that you're over here, he just presses R. His mouse is like, oh, look at this, like that. But if he kept going this way, his mouse would be focused right here, and he would try to get more spells off, right? And then he would probably press R on one of these two targets. Jin would also follow, and then that's when your time to pick him off is there. So you would be able to get a clean 2-0 if you just waited a little bit longer for these guys to fall for the bait. You follow?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can you don't have to help these guys out. You can sacrifice them if it means getting two kills, knowing that it's free 2 kills. If this isn't free anymore because they're on you now, this guy fucking doesn't snare you, and for some fucking reason, like, you see, like Kha'Zix coming back in is like hella clean. You just let it go at this point. Oh my god, that Lucian's flash Q was actually really close. So this would have been a clean 2-0 for you if you just waited just a little bit longer for the Malzahar to make his move. Always respect the Malzahar. No matter how fed or underfed he is, he has the ability to stop one person. You can't like deny that. Yes, QSS is fine. Just getting the QSS is good enough to negate his shit. And I'm glad that you chose not to purchase your core, because I was gonna get into like a whole thing about that. But you're like actually clean about the AD carry situation. What? What? I, what? What the? What? What the fuck was that, Ezreal? What are you doing, dude? Come, why did he? Okay, he arcane shift in. Man, fucking hell! Like I thought you were a Vayne. I thought you were Vayne. You're the one that's the Vayne is the champion that goes in, quote unquote, head to bottom. KQSS, roll your way out down to bottom. Tumble, always tumble. Yeah, good. It's like if you have Orianna W, always like use it to get closer to your lane as fast as possible because every millisecond counts. Q, yes, good. Okay, so I don't have to tell you twice to do that. What I see is that you do have a problem tunneling on the map because like there are opportunities in which you can survive. You can make it. Okay, good shit. Get the cannon. Good shit. Yes. There are opportunities in which that you can make something happen and at the same time not make stuff happen and let it be because your whole point in this game as Vayne is to not die to certain people that can lock you down. Let's think about people that can lock you down. Irelia, Leona, Malzahar. So you have to wait out a lot of shit. So like it's like each player has these trump cards that they have to pull out to stop you. And if they use them on something else that's not you, that's a go signal. So it's a Rift Herald. Why is everybody fighting for a fucking Rift Herald? And why is your support down here? What the fuck? Alright, whatever. It's just hard shove it. Press tab to check what dragon's up. Doesn't tell me. I don't remember. So this is fine. So like let's say you were there. You wait. Leona ultis? Malzahar ultis? That's a go signal. If you're afraid of Irelia, you have condemn. You have a way to defend yourself against them, you feel? So, because that's what your condemn is there for. It's not just for stunning people at the wall, it's also for protecting yourself. Yeah, it's one of your only two forms of peel. Three forms of peel if you count your ulti as a form of peel. Because you ulti and tumble, which uses two forms of peel at once, but yeah. Because the stealth is huge. Nobody expects the stealth. Remember that you stay stealth. I think, if I'm not mistaken, you stay stealth for a few seconds as soon as you tumble, yeah?
Like a second?
Like maybe like
yeah,
after
invisible.
you
Yeah, you're invisible.
Yeah, so like use that to your advantage. Reposition yourself. I have not seen an instance of you repositioning yourself using your ultimate yet. That's something you can think about because like that's what we call creative usage. Like back then I forgot that Lee Sin's ulti is also used to deal damage. Like I used to use it for fancy kicks to reposition people, but I forgot that you can use it to kill people too. So like I would start kicking people more often with my ulti instead of just kicking people back into my team. Like I don't have to do that. Instead I could just execute them with the R. So I was like, oh yeah, I forgot the R does damage, duh. So you can use the spell in multiple ways, to kill people or to kick people back. Same thing here. You can use your RQ in order to reposition yourself, catch people by surprise, or stealth and defend yourself because they're like, where did you go? And if they don't have a sweeper, which in this level of play, nobody ever during team fights activates a sweeper. You know, like if you're up against a fucking Vayne, activate the sweeper so you know where she is. It's like super basics 101 against Vayne, especially if you're a support, a tanky support. Fucking Leona. Okay, this is pretty straight. Okay, so deal with this wave. That's fine. And this is actually the right play for you to deal with this wave. You always want to deal with this wave. If your team takes... Okay, so this is a smart decision. And if you need to know more on this decision so you can apply it to future games, let me explain. You push this wave because let's say your team and their team is contesting dragon, okay? Let's say it's a fire dragon, not a cloud dragon. Right now it's a cloud dragon. And that doesn't mean anything. But I'm going to say that in other games, you're not always going to be fighting over a cloud dragon like this. You're going to be fighting over a fire dragon for sure. So both teams, it's going to be a 5v5 or a 4v4 or a 5v4, whatever the numbers are. It's going to be a big team fight. But there's a wave shoving in your tower. Do you deal with the wave or you dance with your team? And the answer is what you're doing now. You're dancing. You're going to deal with the wave. Because if you deal with the wave, like you are now, I'm going to let it play out and see what happens. If you deal with the wave, okay? That means that if your team engages in a fight and you take the dragon, you rotate to your wave and you take the tower for free too. You get two objectives. If you don't and you lose the fight, then their team gets to rotate on you and take this tower, if this wave was here. However, if nothing happens for the longest fucking time and you pushed your wave first, they're gonna have to send one man to deal with the wave. No matter what, these waves always have to be answered. Side lane wave management, super important. This is fine. See, now they're dancing a dragon. Well, what the fuck is Lucian saying what for? He fucking died. Like, what do you expect? You have no wards on the top side of the map. You're gonna die, man. So it's just a Cloud Drake. Like, it's not the end of the world. I mean, you still get farm. Like, you could have been with your team, right? You could have thinking like, why? Oh, my team needs me. But you probably would have died too. What if Malzahar flash ults you? You don't know if Malzahar has flash or ult. And you should always respect, oh, he might have flash ult. And you have QSS to prepare for that. Easy. So, you're good. Okay? So, looks like
Okay,
Malzahar
give me
ulted.
5 seconds, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You need a moment, yeah, let me know always.
Okay, back.
Not
Thanks.
a problem. So, grouping with your team is what we call herd mentality. Herd mentality means, like, in short, if they all jump off a bridge, you jump with them. No, you don't. Jesus fucking Christ. I get some people that troll me with that shit, but, like, you know what I'm saying. So, you don't have to kill yourself for the good of the team. Unless it's like a game breaking play. If you die at Cloud Drake, it's like super important. You know that your role is like the best thing about your role is that it teaches you how to not only farm well, but survive and precision, right timings. This guy's fucking ape. Okay, you gotta do. Okay, so you already pushed bottom. Push mid while he's doing this. You can't answer anywhere else. You gotta push mid, but then you also have to cash in. It's really bad. Your team is not in position for this. Like, he's doing his damn hardest, but if he flames you, it's not really your fault or anything like that. If he says like you guys should be in position to do something, you guys can't. First of all, you haven't bought your items yet, so you're already like under farmed. You just need to buy your components for your thing. Oh, this is free. Nice. So you understand what I was saying? Like, you see that wave that was pushed bottom? You notice that Malzahar, I don't know if you saw it, but Malzahar had to answer it because he knows for a fact that if you shove that wave, like, you can take objectives just by simply shoving and controlling the wave because they have to deal with the wave. Now, for some reason, everybody's going bottom when in reality, you don't have to be here. You can just go back to base. You just need 200 gold. Ping your static shiv or your phantom dancer or your rapid fire cannon. You know. Oh, holy shit. Oh, you bought the whole. No. Yes. Good. I was like, if you bought the whole thing, that'd be a little bit. That's a little That's what we call a little bit ambitious, bro. Like, you can't buy the whole item. Like, you just need the QSS, nothing more. Take this wave and then back again and get your static shiv. It's always a spike. You don't need an armor pen item in this game, to be honest. They don't have a tank, do they?
Leona.
That's like half tank. She doesn't build. She just has health.
Oh,
If
yeah.
if you're gonna build like an armor pen item, I would recommend Mortal Reminder. Or, if you're feeling threatened, you just respond to the threat. You can guide GA as final. Like GA as your final item as a substitute for armor pen. I would not recommend you walking this way. Unless your team, okay? Okay, you gotta stealth in though. You gotta stealth in and wait. There's no Leona ulti. Easy. Okay. Nice. So what I would have done is I would have waited in the bush. Good. Okay. Your team was there, actually pretty clean. Shove the wave, yeah. It's a little ambitious of you to go hard in for a flank, but you stealth in. So as long as I was looking for the stealth in, because then you can't let them like catch you, you know? Like, you notice that like they all stopped and it's like, oh, look at where she is. So go for her. And then you have to play it mechanically right. You know what I mean? Like, you at that point, I have to see like exactly how your team fighting is. I'm gonna break it down again. So what the fuck? So here, wait for it. Leona ulted. Okay, I was right. You gotta stealth in. So this is just activating your ult. You gotta stealth, like, you kind of walk in so they know that you're here. You gotta, if you tumbled in, it would be a lot easier. So he like arcane shifts away. You go for it. That's fine. Now they know that you're here. If you have stealth, right? You have stealth in like 1 second. You're walking this way. I see that. That's fine. You should stealth in here. Once you get in this bush, not only do you stay stealth as you're tumbling, but then you're stealth in here the entire duration. So they don't know. They have to force ward it in order to see you. Like as soon as you get out of the bush. Now they do ward it, and you're like not safe, but then you can just reposition yourself back in, or you can just sit and wait in the bush, kill this ward, and wait until the next move can happen. Until they like, oh crap, do I go on Vayne or do I go on the rest of my team? Because they're all dead no matter what. Like your team has a numbers advantage, and then you come back in and kill them all. Here, this is really risky, but like you got it with the condemn, so that's fine. I would just abuse stealth. Like that's what I'm trying to say. You're not abusing your stealth as much. Like the fact that they warded the bush, right? And that means that like at that point they realize, oh, we can see her. If they can see you, they can attack you because they can use point and click shit like Irelia E to stop you, or point and click auto attack Q from Leona. But Leona's dead and Irelia is like the only one alive. You just peel the Irelia and you're good. So you use your condemn as a form of self peel rather than a stun. I like that. That's fine. Normal Vaynes that I've seen and coached would have used the condemn in the wrong way possible. Something you need to practice is when Leona E's you, you gotta E her back so that her
Yeah, I know.
yeah, the
I can do
negating
that,
thing
but sometimes
takes a buff, right?
forget.
Yeah, that's why I said get a friend to help you do it. Just like practice it a lot, but don't just have them like, oh, E me and I'll E you back. I'll get the timing. Have them do it without like making it look like they're doing it. You know, like without making it obvious. Like they dance around, they like move back and forth. They're like, ooh, when am I gonna E? And you just react based on his E, not like anytime sooner. It's like how I deal with Blitzcrank as Tristana. I react as soon as the jump comes out to negate it. Time it bright all the time. And the shit looks funny as fuck too, but yeah. Good job. Yes. I better see you take that red. Yeah, no. If Kha'Zix takes the red, then he takes the red. If he doesn't take the red, then he doesn't take the red. Kha'Zix is strong. Remember that he deleted people too, so like if he can kill the Jhin and the Ezreal really quick, he's done his job. He's an assassin. Yes. No. Yeah. All right. Well, to be fair, I would have purchased the yes. Yes. Good. Get rapid fire cannon. You need it for the assassination mode now. At this point, you need to stay alive. If you die, it's over. Oh, see? Good job, Kha'Zix. No, this is super bad. Don't, no. Okay, well, if you can kill... Ignore. No. You know why you ignore, right? The rest of the team is already there. They take the kill. So you could have taken the Jhin down a lot sooner. The fuck? Oh. Oh, oh my god. Watch out! Oh my god. Oh. Okay. So, yeah, I would advise bot lane Dragon, not Baron. Okay, well now you have HP. How the fuck? Oh yeah, you have no lifesteal. It's weird. Oh, no, you don't. That's weird.
I got on runes.
What is it?
Runes give me lifesteal.
What gives you lifesteal?
Rune. Oh my god.
Oh, Triumph. You have Triumph.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't have you have the Alacrity rune that gives you attack speed. I see the arrows on your screen. That's why. Okay, so you see where Kha'Zix is going? Bot lane? You should keep out an eye on that. That's why I said this is bad. But like I realize that you have damage. It's just that like if that team fight just went onto it being a stalemate, like it would be bad for your team because you don't have anything to do it. You can't do Baron because of what happening in bot lane. Did you take the inhibitor? I can't tell. No, you didn't. Just take down what's free. I would say that the safest bet would have been to do the dragon plus the bot lane because you accumulate such a large amount of farm that you get so far ahead of your opponents that they can't do anything back in return for you. Because the amount of gold that you obtained from your aggressive mid costs you your team. So in the end, you got 2 towers and threatened an open inhib, but you -1 in terms of player numbers. Because if you took down bot lane, you would have a bot lane wave ramping, which is going to be putting yourself in position to do Baron. And why it's so super important to do Baron is because Renekton is your only tank. So if you push bottom, then Renekton has to go somewhere else, and he's going to have to go top. And if he goes top, then he just pushes top all day, draws all the attention top, you guys fight top, then you guys do Baron. Because you pushed bottom earlier if you did that. That's why it's the safest bet. Now you have to deal with this, and you have to cash out. So what you're doing, okay, so I see like you like shoving waves, that's great, and that's part of my video and all that. Like, oh my god, you're shoving waves, it's not wrong at all. Like, this is fine. However, you're shoving waves and like you need to back, and now they can threaten Baron. Like they're gonna send one person that has TP, I hope, like Irelia, to answer bot lane. Why aren't they doing Baron or threatening Baron at all? They should be dancing or clearing wards around Baron. Fucking idiot. Holy fucking shit. A little bit of lag there, but that's fine. Dude, this is the fucking... Holy shit, they sent 2 people. You guys could threaten Baron. You should have recalled and just went straight to Baron and would have done it. Like, I would have done Baron right here for free. Oh my god, they sent their... You never send the support bottom, especially when Baron's up, and the bot lane wave is shoving, because that's the only person that can clear wards. Like, truly. Oh my god, they're so dumb. This is bad. Now look, you guys waste time here. Unless you get a 4 ace and end the game off here, it's fine. But this is not. This is an inefficient use of your time. Plus you have 2,700 gold. Sec. Oh. Oh shit. You see, like what you're doing is called dancing. Like when you guys don't do anything and you guys just kind of stand there over an objective, but without actually doing anything to the objective. You need 200 or you need 170 gold if you want to do something. You need your Mercurial and you need your rapid fire. See, now you guys threaten Baron, and there's a wave ramping, so they have to send someone bot lane. You can dance here. I wouldn't recommend you stand there. I would recommend you stand a little bit farther back where Sona is. That's about right. Good. Dodge that. Wait for it. Don't engage. Not yet. Wait till Malzahar casts his R. Respect Malzahar. I mean, yes, you have QSS, but you don't have to QSS it if you never get hit by it in the first place. Okay, here you go. Now fight back. Good. Good. This is a victory. QSS that. Or you don't have to, right? You know, he's fucking dead, dude. Auto, yeah. Done. Baron. Or bot lane. Bot lane's the better. Baron's the safest call. Bot lane's also a safe call. Depends if you can make it there in time. I would personally go bot lane because there was a wave ramping. Renekton can deal with that alone. You need to be able to rotate smoothly. This is like, does he need your help doing this? You know? Look at where bot lane is. You can also get 2 inhibitors at once. Like it's equal. It's like the trades are equal. Baron is also a free call too. Baron guarantees that they have their wave clear is made useless. Don't stand like this here. You should have moved to bot lane yourself. This is what we call dancing. Like now you have to wait for the entire wave to show up to do something. And by the time it gets there, somebody's already respawned. See, now you can't do anything to the tower. So instead I would have pushed bot lane. This entire time you see the bot lane wave, it's like ramping. So then you take the bot lane, and this time you could have taken about half the health of the inhibitor, maybe a little bit more. And then afterwards you guys recall. And then they're gonna deal with 2 waves at once. Then you guys threaten Baron. Then you guys take top inhibitor. Then you guys end the game. So that's what I would have done. Simply just by looking at where the waves were, you could have ended the game in the next 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes. Sorry. There's no way you could have ended it in 5 minutes. Like maybe like 3 minutes, 4 minutes at best. Also, you're sitting at 4,300 gold. You never want to sit with this much gold. I said that like twice already. Your numbers are fine, like statistically. It's just that like this could have been cleaner, like way cleaner on your end if you pinged the bot lane first. Like Renekton again did not need your help killing the inhibitor, and if you kill inhibitors at simultaneously, it also helps too. If not, it's fine. Just get your rapid fire cannon, because that's like a super useful item, and then get I would get your Mercurial. Just finish off your Mercurial. You don't need Lord Dominic's, to be honest. You just get your Mercurial, and then you'll be sitting at 1,500 gold, in which case you could just purchase another BF sword and work towards your Guardian Angel. Because that means that you can do what you want at that point. You have every form of defense on yourself and offense. Because like Guardian Angel also provides you damage, but it doesn't provide you armor pen, which you don't really need. You kind of just you just have to stay alive and tumble around. Guardian Angel guarantee, like in this comp, like fuck. Notice, not a single one of them, except for fucking Ezreal with Ninja Tabi, none of them have armor. Against an all-armor team comp, or all-AD team comp, this motherfucker does not buy a single armor item. This motherfucker buys 1 armor item instead of fucking go Iceborne instead. This guy buys 1 armor item instead of going Cirque Shoes. He could have gone Tabi. This guy could have gone Tabi. Everybody could have gone Tabi. Nobody went Tabi. Like, what the fuck? You're
Dude.
fucking holy fucking shit, man. Just press tab and see. Oh, they're all AD. It doesn't take that fucking much effort. Okay, so shove bottom. Don't even bother coming to your team. Just shove bottom. Like it's kind of weird. Like you like shoving waves, right? But like sometimes when it calls for you, when I need to call for you to shove waves, example is right down there at bot lane when you guys could have taken the inhib turret and inhib potentially. You chose to dance mid. You can't dance around unless it's intended. You're dancing like you think it's intentional, but it's not. Like that was unintentional dancing. Like you're just kind of waiting for something to happen. Like you're waiting for your wave to show up so that you can take the objective. But by the time by the time your wave actually gets there, it's a bad position. I mean, you end the game off this, right? Like this could have been done, but in the way that I stated, which is you take all the objectives and Baron. Another thing that it teaches you is it teaches you leadership if you manage to do this, because like you have to concentrate on a lot when you play AD carry, a lot. I mean a lot, like, but like there's always room for improvement. Here I see that you don't have problems playing Vayne at all. It's really straightforward to play Vayne. Just tumble whenever you see a skill shot, peel someone away using condemn or crash them into the wall, stealth. Like it's straightforward. You have the Vayne mechanics. That's fine. I like that. I don't say this a lot because I hate people that play Vayne and they're like bronze silver mostly. It's not even gold. Bronze silver that say I don't know what I'm doing wrong. You use your tumble and you dodge by hand. I can't say that your Vayne is bad like at all. There's no reason like this. You're a lot better. Like you're at least like plat 2 Vayne kind of thing. Like it's not like being gold like. I see why you're gold. I don't see why you're gold mechanically. I see why you're gold calling wise, decision making wise. Do you see where I'm coming from? Like I can see the decisions that should be made, but none of it's being executed. But all of the mechanical stuff is being executed perfectly, right? It's just that the stuff that's very minor, such as go to your wave or go buy sooner, but you're just not executing that, you know? It can be punished, by the way. Like just saying, like you having like 4,000 gold can be punished because like you should have cashed out. Because if you don't cash out sooner, your opponents like punish that. Like next time that you come in, you're stronger. But like they can make a bigger play if like you don't cash in soon enough. For instance, these side waves should always be shoved because your expectancy is that by pushing the wave, somebody must answer that said wave. Because of this, you can force things to happen. For example, you push the bot lane wave and move to Baron to threaten the Baron because if somebody answers the bot lane wave, then it's a 5v4 in numbers unless they have teleport. But if they don't have teleport, it's even better. Depending on who they send, you can make an aggressive play. And I've made shot calls from being down 15k gold in a game where we outscale our opponents, and I made all these just push top, just push bottom, just push top in a master tier game. And I got fucking honored like hell for it because all I did was ping a fuck ton and like type a bunch, but it's insane. You gotta cash in more. That's a big tip. That's a huge problem that you have. You can't just like hold all your money in. Like if you lose all of it, it's like if you, let's say you were like playing Draven or some shit. Like let's just say you lost all your money, or if this was like Dota, you just lose all your money if you die. So like just consider that. Or you're at a casino. You gotta cash in like the bankroll. You know, you don't ball. Oh, I banked up 4K all in. No, just cash it out, man. Just take the safest route. Cause greediness like can lead to doom. You know, it's a sin like for a reason. Like if you watch any anime or something, like the 7 sins, greed is one of the sins. Cash out. It's like Full Metal Alchemist. Like cash it out. Like it's fine. It's not like you shove this wave. It's fine. Remember I said that was fine. But did you ever think about the rotation that I told you about, where you killed them all or whatever, but Renekton did not need your help mid, so you killed the mid, like while he's dealing with the mid inhibitor, you rotate bottom instead and take down the bot inhibitor yourself. So you take 2 inhibitors, the recall, do Baron, take top inhibitor, and then end the game off of triple inhib. Because like that's the most powerful way of ending the game securely. Because they have no wave clear other than Malzahar. You fuck up Malzahar by killing off his mana. Because mages need mana. So if he's so busy expending his mana on Baron empowered minions, which don't die easily compared to like regular non-empowered minions, because Baron empowered minions makes them like take less damage. So Malzahar would have to take a lot more mana and use a lot more of his spells, and that means he's on cooldown a lot more. So he'll come into the team fight like, oh shit, I'm at half mana, man. You attack his mana, not his HP. And then by killing off his mana, he has nothing left, so like that's pretty much it. That's why people say you're out of mana, you can't do anything. See, like he didn't need your help here, so yeah, like there's a massive wave bottom. You have static shiv, which is super important. If you had rapid fire cannon, it also helps you proc your static shiv a lot faster. So that means that you just get multiple static shiv procs, enabling you to clear the wave quicker. Because you're able to clear the wave quicker, you can kill that inhibitor quicker because the rapid fire cannon also procs on turrets. So because it procs on turrets, you're at a huge advantage. You take down the turret, you take down the inhibitor. Every single player on your team recalls. Then every single player does Baron because there's no way that your opponents could do Baron. And if they do Baron, they lose the game for themselves. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're increasing your probability of winning by doing these little things across the map. I saw you do some of it earlier, but then like the chances bounce back and forth, and this is what we call dancing. The numbers, instead of increasing your probability of winning by like 20% by killing all three inhibitors, instead we just went for like really like it's not even reckless. Like I don't know the word to describe it. It's just really like brute force plays. Brute force can work, but sometimes it can't work. Like if they had a different team comp, obviously like it would be a different scenario. But different team comps appear in every single game. Like you're not gonna have the same team comp. You're not gonna have the same players. You're not gonna have the same like stats on Vayne. So like in this case, if you were behind, you'd be cashing out more. Pretend like you have to cash out a lot more because you're behind or something. Just like keep it as a mentality to not cash in so late. Just because you're winning doesn't mean like your team is winning as a unit. Like winning as in like you're doing well. Like you should realize that because you're doing well, people are more prone to focus you because you're so fucking fed. Because of that, people are more prone to focus you because you're so fucking fed. Uh, Use that to your advantage. That's why I say GA, because being fed and soaking all resources means that people are like, dude, she's fucking huge. If we kill her, we win the game. Like that's how it works. Um, because in my sense, what happens is when an 80 carry like double lift or reckless, I haven't played with reckless in yet, but like someone like double lift, I watched reckless stream, so I know like what it's like to be an 80 carry with so many resources, and then just die in the wrong sets, and they just lose the game for their team because the 80 carry is the carry that it's the best role like to carry with. You're picking the right role, and you're picking a role in a dominant meta for you. Like it's completely stable. So you've chosen a good role. It's just that like you're not executing long-term effects on the map. See, like you're doing what I told you to do earlier, but now, so like it's a little bit weird. But I mean, you win the game off of it, so it's I guess it's okay. Like personally, I would say that you want to think about like where your opponents. If you do X, what can your opponent respond with? I've done games where like I don't win mechanically. I just win by destroying the map. Like, oh, here's me ramping up like 50 waves. By the way, like your Nexus turrets are going down while we're doing Baron. Just saying, like stuff like that. Like if you did if you had this earlier, right? And nothing both players, like 5 players were up at each side. You guys could have just done Baron and then ran it down, and then you have like 20 30 creeps like just charging in with Baron and just killing the turret, and you just end the game off of that. Baron guarantees that if you're in a winning state, you just end the game. So that's why I say like can you do that kind of leadership? And like if it's not there yet, or you never saw an opportunity, like that's something you can work on. Like this is a good game. Yes, you stop. Well, it's not really a stomp, like there are so many errors, but you did win like really hard. Like the score doesn't define everything. Like I felt like you were fed, yeah, but like they can kill you and you can make mistakes. That exists. But like this wasn't a I completely 19-0'd them. I solo 1v5. This was not a 1v5 obviously. Like this was a team effort. Could have been a lot more cleaner as a team effort if you did all these like leadership stuff. It's also why I play support, because I can see the map more physically. Obviously I can't play as well, but like I can see the map more and I understand like why it works like this. I played every role. 80 carry is like my new practice role now, especially when I go to Korea. Like god fucking damn it. But the only thing I would recommend is just that call down bottom. Like you notice that I was never like saying like, okay, you could have played this mechanically better in the late game, because like you don't need to. I trust your mechanics and your confidence enough to see that like yeah, see like look at this, like this is fine preseason wise. Like you practice a lot of the champion. Just play it. Like your numbers wise for your games, like you don't play as many games. You should just play more. It's fine. Like you should just grind out games right now. It's preseason. It's not like this affects your MMR. Yes. Okay, it's no big deal. Like you're gonna get placements anyway. It's just gonna renew it, and it's not the end of the world. It's not like, like nobody's gonna care. It's just preseason. Obviously, that doesn't mean troll. Like for example, when you flamed the Lucian for not calling Mia, there's no way he could follow. If you were in his shoes, you also could not follow, and you would also say the same things that Lucian said, because he just recalled because he got chunked down from being low from Malzahar. Because when Malzahar pushes, the space age gets on you. So that when the space age gets on you, you gotta recall if you're too low on health or mana. So you recall, and then you buy, and then you go back into lane. And by the time you get there, the lane's already shoved in again. So there's no way you could follow because Malzahar had lane priority, and you didn't see that, and he walked across a ward, which also because you tunneled and went for the greed, it didn't work out. You can't fault your teammates unless it's really, really, really true. Like for example, like if Lucian was there, if Lucian was mid the entire time and he cleared the wave, he should have followed, yes. But he also wouldn't have made it on time unless you checked his items to see if he could follow him fast enough. Tab next time. I didn't see it, but like if you tab to check if he had boots, like Malzahar has boots, and Lucian didn't have boots, Lucian won't be able to follow as quickly. Sure, he has dash, but still. So you can't flame your teammates. That's one thing. Because it wasn't his fault. Understand where they're coming from because you can also be coming from the same perspective. For example, if the Leona in your lane leaves your lane and you never ping Mia, you know Lucian would also feel the same thing to ping you too, and you would defend. Oh, I didn't know he was Mia. And they have lane priority. Remember when they shoved you into the tower? They had lane priority. So you can't fault them for that because it's the same circumstance. If you were in their shoes, you know they're people. So like consider that like other people can roam too. Supports can roam, mids can roam. It's part of their role. AD carries don't roam as much. Like they roam, but just don't like play Tristana and like hop into mid lane. What's up? And then just kill them. No. That's not what I'm
Well, you
saying.
can't
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
if you play jungle.
Yeah, like
That's
jungle
not
roams
right.
obviously, you know, like yeah, like I see progress like and stuff like it's fine. Like you have you play a lot. That's good. But just be careful when you're flaming your teammates because like I know that EU West and EU Nordic East are notorious for like major toxicity, so just be careful of that. CSing wise, just pure like in lane, most of the time, Vayne matchups don't call you to hard win a lane unless you have like a kill support such as Blitzcrank, Thresh, um, MF, W Janna, stuff like that. Right now, Janna's also pretty good because like you can max W, you don't have to max E for shit, and like you just poke the shit out of them. It's pretty lit. That's just my perspective. Like my perspective was that you have confidence in yourself to play mechanically well. That's fine. You shouldn't be thinking about last hitting. You should just be last hitting without thinking about it. That just comes with practice. You just got to play a lot of games and just practice not like thinking about last hitting and just doing it, aka muscle memory. If you're gonna watch 80 carries, whenever I'm a Cutie Pie streams, he's number one in NA, but like whenever I'm a Cutie Pie streams, watch I'm a Cutie Pie. Whenever Reckless streams, watch Reckless. Watch any pros, go
I'm
champions.
watching Hamongosu.
Uh, yeah, he's a Vayne player. Yeah, I played with him. He's not as good as he used to be, but yeah, you can watch him. He's high elo. Like it's fine. It's fine. Anybody that's high elo that plays your champion, do it. Ugh. Excuse me. Um. Ew. What the fuck is this? Where's Challenger? What? This is the wrong server. Sorry, wrong server. Like these guys are all Masters Diamond 2, but then like putting it into perspective on EU West. Where the fuck?
Yes, mean nothing.
What is this? Where? What the hell is this? What is this name? All right, nice name. Whoa, hello, hello. All right. Oh, he stopped playing. Okay, interesting name. Let's go to. Is there EU West or EU Nordic East pros? No way. Oh, okay, yeah. See, like, find Vayne games. Freeze, nice. Yeah, EU West. Okay, find pros here. If you want to worry about your laning phase, there's different servers play differently. Everywhere else, like it's all about mid to late game. But if you want to maximize your early game, find video or find Korean pros because like they're extremely focused on you know if you watch Korean like open mid quote unquote right. If you watch how Koreans do open mid, like why are they opening mid? It's because they won the lane so hard or did something so tilting that induced so much tilt that they're like I'm out. Like the other player is just out. Laning phase is extremely important in Korea because early game means everything. That's why Tarzan from NA says that he can hit extremely high challenger because like he's an early game jungler, whereas in NA or EU, like it's just like oh just play mid to late, aka Western.
He's not the best
Hmm?
jungler.
Who? Tarzan?
Yeah, he was rank one. If
He
I
was rank one in
remember.
season 6, but he hit
Yeah.
like low challenger masters in season 7, and like he's a great person and all because I talk to him a lot. It's just that like it doesn't his style only works in Korea, but like he doesn't understand like he's too solo queue. He takes too much and he flames. Like that's he expects way too much from his teammates. If you're gonna watch 80 carries, watch Deft. Um, something that you should work on is like your consistency with CS. I noticed that like on your op.gg. Let's go to it was EU Nordic East. This right, Fayed?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I noticed that here and here. Okay, so let's go. Where was it? Where was it? Where was it? So here is when you're losing, but like here's when you're winning. Consistency wise, you should keep a large, like a high amount of CS constantly as AD carry. It's just how AD carry and the role is. When I switch from like different roles to one another, like I started last hitting more because that's a priority for me. But then when I started playing AD carry for a little bit and then I switched back into mid lane for like a few games, like I noticed my last hitting was better. So like AD carry just helps you last hit a lot more effectively. Um, Notice like your average CS, it goes from like 8s to 9s even, but down to like 5s and 6s. 5s and 6 means that like you're not able to climb, and I already listed a number. 5 to 7 means like you're average, but 8 to 9 means that you're above the average. So like if you can keep like maintaining high numbers, high CS counts, especially when you're winning or losing, it doesn't matter. Like we're gonna go here. 10.2, what the fuck? 10.2 CS, 9.1 CS, even when he's losing, 6.3. Oh, okay, 350.
Yeah, but
He's trying. Like
a
he's
high
trying
rank,
actively.
right?
Yeah, high ranked
Has
is even
been
worse. It's not passive at all. Remember that everybody plays in the same, like we're given the same champions. What happens is people try to fight for CS all the time. It's just that sometimes they choose not to fight. Like okay, but remember at the beginning of the game when I said you can contest this Jin for CS right here. You just have to walk up, and Jin can contest you for CS right here. He just has to walk up. It's the same logic, no matter what elo you're in. For example, if you're playing Varus yourself and you're up against a Caitlyn could just walk up and threaten you with headshot when you're trying to CS, making it harder for you to last it because oh shit, she has headshot. She's gonna chunk me down and she's gonna hide in the bush and then drop minion aggro and then the wave is gonna favor her. Like there's so many like circumstances. So that's something you can consider. Like people do contest for CS. Like in high elo, it's even more prevalent because the supports are just fucking brawling it out, and you're just like, holy shit, dude, calm down. I'm just trying to CS, man. But they're like, no, dude, fuck this guy. They just start fighting and fighting and fighting for CS, all over CS. Like you think it's passive, but it's not. It's not at all. Especially in the mid lane, it's even more. It's a 1v1 lane in the mid lane until the jungler shows up for a 2v2. It's never quote unquote passive. It's just that how they keep this CS high throughout the game isn't just throughout their laning phase. So what you did in your game was I noticed you went to the side lanes and took all the side CS when it was optimal, but also at the same time there were some times when you could have taken it and like you chose not to because you were already mid and you were like committed to the mid. So that's another thing. They go out to collect their side waves a lot more because they get their items like coming into the fights and stuff like that. So that's another thing. Like keep an eye out on your side lanes because it's very important that you clear out your side lanes because it could lead to a Baron or something. Like that's why I'm telling you like keep your eyes on those things. Like don't just like ignore it. Like don't if you ignore it, like oh it's not that many minions. Like, it's gonna ramp up. Like it's kind of like a piggy bank. Like it may start off with like 2 or 3 minions, but it's gonna like climb up to like 7, and eventually like 2 waves. So like just be careful of your side lanes. Like always keep an eye out on those. It's only one instance where it was like a huge bot lane wave. I mean, like, what's his name? Kha'Zix answered it, but you could have also answered it for yourself, and that would have netted you an item. Always take the safer, well, not always, obviously. Like, take the safer play. I recommend taking the safer play. That's just general good advice, because, like, there was a post. Just the safe play isn't, like, the greedy play isn't always the right play. Low risk, low rewards is what snowballs you. That's why, like, if you add up a bunch of low risk, low rewards, it's like a piggy bank or another snowball. It starts small, but it goes big. Just a bunch of small things add up. Guaranteed, small things add up. Hence why I said you should just do Baron, or prep for Baron by doing this and this, because it was so low risk, it was so low reward, but it was so low risk at the same time. Because if you take a high risk, high reward play and you end up with nothing, like. Or you just end up with dancing just like you did in the mid lane. Like, in the end, you just kind of wasted your time, didn't you? Like, you kind of just like, oh, crap, well, now we shoved this wave here, and we just stood here for, like, 5-8 seconds when I could have just shoved the entire wave even farther down to Oblivion and, like, done so much more. You follow that?
Yeah.
So just consider that the plays I'm telling you to make is because I'm watching the... Like, you notice I'm watching the map more. But like that's because I'm on the bird. I'm not actually playing the game, but like watching the map isn't something that's limited to just like this season. Like watching the map is always like super important. Watching the map could keep you safe. Could also oh, that's kind of funny. Keep you safe, KY. Jesus Christ. Watching the map could keep you safe. Watching the map could make it so that their opponents feel uncomfortable because your goal is to keep your opponents on their toes. Meaning like shit. Now I have to deal with mid lane. Oh crap! Now I have to deal with bot lane. Crap! Now I have to go back to mid lane. Ah man, I have to go back to. Oh fuck! They're at Baron. Do we do Baron? Like they're always in chaos because that's what solo queue is about. Is it not? Chaos, creating chaos for your team, or not for the enemy team. You feel? When you're behind,
Yeah, I
it
got it.
creates chaos. That's how this is why like the coaching thing like comes in because like you can see there are a lot of things that you can and can't see. So this is where like I don't know if you would have ever seen the capability or the concept of doing methodical barons like that because like by pushing the bot lane it was a free baron, like there's zero chance of them contesting it, and if they do contest it it's a 5v5 and you win the game if they contest it. Just saying, like you won the game, like by doing all of that you already won the game, and then like the way you did it was a little bit riskier but you still won the game because you're ahead. But what if you weren't ahead? What if it was an even game? You still win the game, like just straight up. So like there are instances in which like you can take that to your advantage just by methodically doing Baron and then like coming in. Make sure you don't have to just play AD carry because like if you play other roles you'll understand what other roles want. Sometimes roles sometimes champions that can clear waves fast allow them to roam a lot more. So again, don't fault your players. Don't fault your what's his name? Lucian for not being able to follow. It's not his fault entirely because like he got shoved in. Like you can't really do anything about that. Had he been another mid laner like Ari, or had he been another mid laner like Heimerdinger, or Twisted Fate, something that could push back, then it's not his fault because he can answer. Yes, he can answer, because he can just wave clear it. But in your case, Lucian can't answer without killing all his mana. So let's say he was there. If he kills all his mana, then by the time he gets down using his dash and stuff, he's at like 30, 40, 50% mana. In which case, it's not, it's not optimal, right? Like he doesn't have the mana to help you out in a team fight. And also consider travel time. If he follows up with you and it takes him a very long time to get there because he can't get there fast compared to you, you kind of just lose that fight. So like remember that it's on like think about what you can do and not what your teammates can do, unless like they're fucking like solo Janna cleanse exhaust or cleanse ignite or some shit and run it down mid. Like you don't need to flame your teammates for things that are in your control, aka your greed, your wave management,
Yeah.
Yeah, like I understand like where you're coming from, like with the flaming and all that. Like I feel the same way. I just hold on to it and I just say like, oh god, I want to flame this guy so bad, but you really can't because like there are things that you can improve on. It's kind of hypocritical for you to like call someone else out when there are things that you can also improve on yourself. And I'm not saying that like to berate you or anything. That's just the general like philosophy I have like in life. It's just that like if I can do this better, then I'll do it better, but I won't call him out for it. It's just like not the time because like if he threatens to AFK because of that, like now you're really at fault. Like you can't just force him to play. Like you can make his day worse. Like you don't know what's going on. So just be careful about the flame. Like I get it. Like if they can't take it, don't play. But still, like you don't need to like create that kind of behavior in the first place. Just mute all and just like focus on yourself right now. Cause like focus on like your death count here is a little high, for instance. Like just as an example, like just focus on like less deaths or something. Like how can you minimize your deaths? I can't really say much about that other than just like don't like die or something. Like Jesus Christ, like if you win the games, yeah, but winning doesn't equate to climbing. Like winning doesn't mean like, oh, I'm gonna winning doesn't mean you've improved. It just means that like you just won games or you got good teammates or you got lucky. There are things you'd be doing right, but there are always things that you'll be doing wrong because like that's how people climb. Like they just have to reproduce consistency. That's another thing. Reproducing consistency. If you have high CS counts some games and you have low CS counts other games, you're not reproducing consistency. Like
Yeah, but
it's
these
inconsistent.
games are snowball by me. I
Yeah.
mean, by them.
Yeah. I mean I can tell. What I mean is like set a goal for yourself. Like as in like
Look, I
even
got
if you're
fucking
losing,
Galio support, dude.
even
What
if you're
could I
losing,
do?
even if you're holy shit, even if you're losing, like just try to CS a lot more, like
Yeah,
for
but
yourself.
preseason people trolling and
Yeah, I
play a
feel you.
weird champion and
Yeah, don't think about what others are thinking. Remember, preseason is. I know that preseason is full of trolls too. I lost a lot of games due to preseason being trolled, but I also won a lot of games in a row because like some people just decided, hey, today I'm just not gonna play. One of my own coaching students actually came into one of my games and ran it down. Let me show you. Watch, rank solo. So I was on a major negative streak where was it? Like right here, I think. Yeah, this was like my bad day. Like I still like tried my hardest like to get as much CS as possible. Like yeah, I'm like doing like so fucking bad. But then I go on like a good win streak. Like stuff happens. I'm like yay, you know, like I'm getting back up there. But like one game where I went like this dude is my coaching student. He fucking ran it down as soon as like we were winning too. Like our damage charts are like the highest on our team, obviously, and we tried our very hardest to play our game. It just didn't work because he was running it down. He decided that he didn't want to try, so we lost because he didn't want to try. His main got banned. He was salty. Like yeah, I get trolls too. Like no, like everybody gets trolled. It's just that like, can I do anything myself? Like yes, this game is a loss. What can I do to improve myself as a player? Take it as a like a sandbox mode. Oh, we've lost this game. Let me practice CSing. Like, you know, like watching the waves and stuff. Yeah, they snowball and you're gonna lose. Practice CSing. Like, it's okay. Like, make sure that you get those CS. Like, it's always important to CS. Like, I have bad numbers. Sometimes I have great numbers. It's hard for me to reproduce consistency and inconsistency because sometimes I play like fucking shit and I hate myself for playing like shit. And I'm like, okay, what can I do better? What can I do better? And I always watch my own replays too. But sometimes like I need to review it in a different perspective. I need to like take a breather. You can grind out games like I did. Like I grind out a ton of games, but sometimes it's good to take a break. Sometimes it's just like you don't need to constantly play the game. You can just take breaks and reflect on what you can do to improve the game or improve yourself. So your mechanics, they're fine. Like I said, game knowledge wise, there are a lot of things you can do to improve. Actively check the map more, and again, set a goal for yourself. That's what I want you to do. Like I want you to like if we ever do another session, which is fine. If you want to ask for like another session or anything like that, what you want to do is you want to like log your statistics on like a spreadsheet or something. I don't know if you use Google Docs over there, but like I made a spreadsheet for all my statistics, or well, I'm going to make a spreadsheet for my statistics on my main account if I play like Janna or something. Like okay, maybe I did this much wards per game or something, so I'm gonna up my ward count and up my wards purchased and etc etc. You know what I mean? Like I think about like a goal to meet, and no matter what the goal is, like I try to meet it. You feel?
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. Like set a goal for yourself. Like okay, I want 8 CS per game. Like I want 8 CS a minute, so I'm gonna actively try my best to get that high CS count. What can I do to get that high CS count? And then do everything I told you. Like just like fight them for CS. Make sure that they don't get CS. Like you're not always gonna get 8 to 10. Like it's just 8 is just a good number to strive for. And like sometimes you'll have to drop you know 1 CS to make them miss 2 or 3. That's good. You know that's hella good. But you drop 1 CS, and you know, like maybe you can get that 1 CS and deny the 1 to 3. Like, can you do it? Like, you know, there's always a lot of things to think about. But think about what your opponents are thinking too. Like, where can they be at the same time? Ward for yourself. You buy the wards. That's excellent. I'm not gonna fault you for buying wards, but I need you to place them too. Place them in the right spots. Blue trinket's fine too. You had a blue trinket. I saw. That's good. You did fine this game. Macro wise, you saw it. It's gonna be on YouTube. A lot of people will see it. A lot of people will find that information completely valuable. I liked it. Like it was the first time I've ever seen the time where you can win a game simply because you had the ability to win the game off that bot push you did way before. It's just that you didn't see it. You know, like you could have just won the game simply by pushing bottom and doing the Baron at the right time. That's it. But you didn't see that opportunity. Like it existed. It's just that it wasn't capitalized on. Always consider.
Yeah, but in low ranks, people never follow you. And
No, but like what I'm
why I
saying
never
is,
call.
what I'm saying is, well, the thing is, you didn't ping to make a call, because the only time I ever saw you really noticeably ping was pinging Mia for the Lucian. Like, what you could have done is you could have taken matters into your own hands without them. Because remember, it's solo queue. You do have to rely on a team, but it is a little bit more solo queue where you could have just gone bottom while Renekton was taking inhib. You take the bottom turret yourself, and then ping maybe 1 or 2, 3 assist me, and pray that they come and help you. But remember, they're dealing with mid, and a few of them are dead. So like, you have nothing to stop you from taking that inhibitor alone. It's free. That's the whole low risk, low reward play thing. Taking the safe route instead of taking a greedy route. Remember when you went bottom from mid lane? Like you translated from mid lane to bottom. Sorry, you went from mid lane to bottom. Through the jungle. I told you to stealth in because like that's the safest thing to do, because then you're not seen. But when they all saw you, it's a little bit awkward. So it's like, ah, shit. Now you have to run, like you have to kite backwards, and they're all chasing you. Like it's a bunch of fucking hoodlums after a person Like, oh my god, like they all had their pitchforks up there, like, kill the Vayne, down with the Vayne, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna kite this shit. It was pretty crazy that you played it really well, not pretty well, really fucking well, and I praise you for that. Minor things could have been done, but that's pretty much it. It was great, like witnessing that shit. That was actually pretty clean. Again, I advise you to just like practice. Worry about yourself, not your teammates, unless they're like 100% trolling you. Like, like if people can't follow up, they can't follow up. There's nothing you could do about it. Just let it go. Like it's not the end of the world. Like if they're just ignoring you because they don't like you, like that's a little bit of a problem. But you can't let that get to you. You know, like it's just one game. Like it's not in Hyrule where you have to deal with Hashinshin in one game and then the next game you get him on the other side and he either face rolls your team or he just does nothing all game. Like, you know, like that kind of shit is like very bothersome because it's the same guy. But you don't have to worry about that because like in Gold, like it's very rare that you'll get like the same player like 16 games in a row or some shit. It's possible that you can get the same players 15 games in a row if you're
By
high
the
elo.
way, do you play versus Birksen or I mean not Birksen but Double Lift or
I played with and
other?
against him. It is very, very difficult to land skill shots on double lift. I'll tell you that. He actively dodges too much. It is unfair how, like, I have to play Janna and I have to point and click W him if I want to land my tornado. Like, it's just, he dodges tornadoes. Like, what the fuck, man? Like Janna tornadoes. He dodges thresh hooks, flays, everything. Like, it's like he's scripting, but he's not. It's very difficult to land it unless I get up into melee range to decrease his probability of getting hit by stuff. And I know how he's gonna dodge because he always dodges. He doesn't dodge like he dodges one of two ways, and I have to think. I have a 50-50 shot of landing it if I throw out a hook. Like if I flay him and then I throw a hook out straight, he'll dodge it. If I throw it up left, he'll dodge it by right. If I throw it down right, he'll dodge it by left. So I have a 50-50 shot of getting it. Like I have to flay him and then I have to shoot it up, and if I get it, I get it. If I shoot it down, I get it. I get it. Like it's like very difficult to play it off, right? And he always can't. You never play Blitzcrank into him because he always negates his pulls. He's just too good with timings, and he plays a lot, so you understand that. I played against Bjergsen. I lost. I can't like we keep even in CS, but the problem is I lost because like I didn't lose the lane, but I didn't win the lane. But he's just an overall better player, and he knew how to roam better. Like I just kept CSing with like on par with him. And the other thing was that he was playing a champion that has better wave clear and lane bullies me, and I'm playing Swain, and like that's really bad for Swain. So it was really rough. We lost the game also because I couldn't help my jungler. Like it was just unlucky. Like so I could have just helped my jungler a lot more if I chose a different mid laner, but I didn't choose a different mid laner, so that's on me. I've played against I played with Tyler 1. That I don't know if you care about that.
He's
but
toxic.
no, he wasn't.
Yeah.
He just he was actually quiet the entire game because he doesn't want to reveal himself as Tyler 1. He was
Oh yeah, he got
yeah.
banned.
Yeah, that account got
Terrible.
banned. It was pretty sad. He was about to hit Challenger with it too. He was quiet. He got Honor 5 and Masters 350. He almost got Challenger and he got banned. And I was like, fuck. I had an honor
So-
playing with him. I even tweeted out to him. It was an honor playing with you, dude. And it was really, really good game. Like I played Swain, etc., etc. It was such a good game with Tyler 1. It's honestly an honor playing with him because like he didn't play Draven that game and he played like shit, but like I gave him like 2 or 3 kills and he gave me a thumbs up emote. So that I was like, I'm pretty sure that's a good sign. So that's all I can say. How else can I recommend improving other than farming? I said it earlier. Get a buddy, get a friend that plays Leona, and just have him like. Is Leona free this week? If he doesn't own Leona, have like someone. Yeah, Leona's free this week. So let me go into training mode real quick and show you what I mean by don't like make it obvious. So let's say we're in training mode, right? Okay. Leona, lock in Colossus. I don't give a shit. Fuck. So let's say we're going into Leona, right? And your friend doesn't have to, your friend can try, like this isn't going to be in a, it's going to be in sandbox mode so I can level up, but like your friend should like, you know, go in like maybe Howling Abyss or something, or go on to like Summoner's Rift and just help you practice this. Give it some time and like you'll get used to it. So practicing timings and negating stuff and reproducing it consistently is a part of being, or climbing, because like players that are like Doublelift can't smurf in gold and have like a 50% win rate because he's just so much better than the players, not only mechanically, but like he can reproduce results. Like nobody gets onto him because he's just so good at dodging. Can you dodge that well? I don't know. Like, you know, like can you do this and that well? Right now, I can see that you're really good at dodging. Like a lot of like you're like you kind of reflect the mentality that the D4 guy I was coaching had. He played mechanically perfect every time, and that's not the only reason why he lost. He just made bad decisions, like he overstayed. He did the same things. Um, so let's say like give me some levels. So like let's say this is your friend, right, and this is you, okay? So basically, what he would do is he can just you don't know when he's gonna cast his Q, but like and you should also move around too. You should just pretend to last it and stuff like that. And then like when it comes down to it, if he casts E on you, right? Like you negate it. Like at any point you should be ready to negate it. Thinking like it's the same thing as Blitzcrank. If he pulls you and it looks like it might be a successful pull, negate it. Like if it lands, I think the timing is if it lands like this, you condemn them and it negates it. I think that's the timing on it. I'm not 100% sure, but you can negate it every time. But he should not be able to ever get onto you if you always time it right. And you can like you'll expect it coming. Obviously, like you know, like unless it's like real game, like you should always be ready to master the timing, and then like just negate it. You know, just when it comes in. Have a friend help you out with that. And what I mean is like he shouldn't reveal to you like, oh, I'm obviously okay, my E is up, I'm gonna do it now. Like he should do it unexpectedly so that like you're not actively aware of it. You should unconsciously be able to just negate it. Like I can negate the Blitzcrank hook, but I can't always 100% negate it. Sometimes you know that Blitzcrank hook is like the cooldown is shorter than the Tristana jump. So if I like negate the grab like Doublelift does, etc., etc. Like Doublelift's probably the best at negating it. I haven't seen like other AD carries stream as often. Maybe QtPie too, but yeah, just a heads up. So just have a friend help you out with that. It's not like anybody's gonna like hate on you for cause like, hey, can you help me improve? Like what? Like, you know?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. All right. So I think that's all I can cover for this session. Like there's a lot. This is actually pretty quality. I always like my sessions with people like this. You have a lot to improve on, but at the same time, there's a lot you don't have to improve on, such as like you already have your mechanics. It's fine. You just need timings now. Like that's the next thing you can work on. Because mechanically, I can see that you dodge skill shots actively and you try your damn best to like predict shit and like dodge, but eventually that won't work. Some people like just like expect you to dodge shit. Like eventually a Lee Sin player is just gonna come up and kick you instead of just like fucking landing a Q. 'Cause that's the right thing to do. You know what I mean? Like you just kind of just like
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it's guaranteed.
I know, I know.
Remember,
I
it's
know what you mean.
guaranteed. I told you that. It's guaranteed. Like my kick will always land because I press R and I can't miss it unless you stealth. So that's another timing thing. You can stealth the kick. So that's something you can work on. Jesus Christ. Okay. I don't know what time it is there for you, but like if you're gonna go into game, like the coaching isn't supposed to get into effective immediately. Just put some things into perspective that you can improve on as a whole. Sorry, as a whole player. Like from now like till like later years, if you still play, Baron's always going to be relevant. Farm is always going to be relevant. These are core fundamentals that you have to work on: timings, reproducing consistency, etc., etc. No matter what server, no matter what region you play on, it's gonna be relevant. The same situation, you know. So I'm going to Korea. I have to make sure like, am I still good? Am I good of? If are my fundamentals so good and my baseline mechanics, are they good? Like that's always a question I gotta ask myself. So yeah, I'll leave you to continue like I guess grinding. The word is grinding on the rift. And that's not supposed to sound like sexual or whatever, but I'm saying like like grinding games out. Like you can't mindlessly grind, but if you do mindlessly grind, like set a goal for yourself every single game. So good luck, dude. I hope this helped. Hello.
Hello.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I'll see you. I'll talk to you later. If you have any questions, like you can always PM me. Like I said, this session will be on YouTube by like next week or something. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
If anything like I said was like unclear, it'll be up again so you can watch it. Like, oh, okay, so that's what he said.
Yeah, I will check it.
Yeah. Okay. I'll catch you later, dude.
Thank you, appreciate.
Yeah. Like I
Bye-bye.
said, good luck. All right. So that was me coaching Vayne Gold 2 at I'll see you. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. You can follow me on twitch.tv/lolveggie. You can add me for they're on Skype for coaching, and I will be streaming in Korea. Follow me on Twitter. See you guys next time. Going for the rocket. Yeah. Go for the arrow. Yeah, jump like that. That reason to jump. I'm actually